Hello, hello, hello. It's Deborah Razzo here with the Women's Real Estate Network. And I'm here with one of my favorite people, Christina Suter. Not only is she a longtime real estate investing powerhouse woman, but she's so wise. And she is going to be our featured speaker for our October 16th Ren event. Look at, if you're interested in registering, look at the link down below and you'll be able to register for this event. It is about 5 transformative steps to winning a winning real estate mindset. And we all know that mindset is so important. In fact, this morning, I was on another webinar and I heard somebody say a quote, and I really kind of want to get your opinion on this quote. They said, greatness is born in the consistency of mediocrity. Interesting
Yep.
quote. What do you think about
Yep.
that?
I think it's brilliant. And I think it's in here. I'll tell you why I think it's brilliant, right? Because people feel like that being able to be great is this huge mountain to climb. Oh my God, I have to be a great person to have great things in my life. I have to work really, really hard every hour of every day. I need to da 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 da.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a story. So I was in a personal growth workshop, happened to be a landmark type workshop, right, from the Landmark series. And the guy who was facilitating the workshop said, okay, so what do you need to do to be able to get this huge project done? What is the exact first next step? And the guy's like, well, I need to open my computer and start writing all these things. And he said, no, no, no. What's the exact first next step? He's like, well, I need to walk up to I need to open up my computer and no, no, no. What's the exact first next step? He said, I need to open my computer. And he goes, right. That's the exact first mediocre next step you need to do to achieve greatness is open up your computer. Yeah. When we get in the mindset that it needs to be huge and I need to push and I need to and we're constantly pushing ourselves, whether it's for good reasons or bad reasons, whether it's for achieving greatness or because you're desperate, you don't have money, you're putting into yourself an anxiety and an expectation that will actually double back against you. Oh. You're not in the relaxed, ready position of life. In sports, they have this thing called the ready position. Your knees are relaxed, you're settled in your body, your hands are kind of up, and you're ready. You're ready for the ball, you're ready for the next movement, you're ready to move around in the court. But if you're tense, you ain't in a ready position. Right. You ain't up for playing. Right? So there's a tenseness that comes with the conversation and the thought of greatness. And for me, it made me almost cry in the course because I had that exact same concept. Oh my God, like I'm exactly the same way. I'm like, I need to be great. I need to be pushing myself and have all this momentum. I need to do my I am statements 20 times a day in order to feel ready, in order to feel up, in order to feel on it. Yeah. Yeah, don't. What if it is consistent mediocrity? Right. Opening up my computer, moving my hands, putting my fingers on the keyboard, and typing a letter is the pathway to greatness.
You know what? Thank you so much for your view on that, because I wasn't sure where this was going to go. And the fact of the matter is, I think it's getting caught up in that greatness, at least for me, that creates almost an analysis paralysis. You know, like we use that word a lot in real estate. You know, we get overwhelmed by the complexities, you know, and yes, stuck in analysis paralysis. And it is just about showing up. It's about showing up, being willing to learn that day or make a mistake or whatever, you know. And I feel like, you know, people come to you. I'm sure people come to me and they're like thinking, you know, everything is so easy because we've been doing this business for so long. You know, I still get a little butterfly when an offer get accepted. You know, like I'm like, oh, I guess I'm in it.
Game's on. Game's on. Come on,
Right.
the volley's been hit. Let's go.
I do, and the fact of the matter is, that mindset, we could either look at it as, oh crap, and I'm scared and retreat, or we could look at it as, okay, one more step. I just need to show up now and do this next step, right? So important, so important. So, as far as what you're going to talk about, I hear there might be some daily habits that we can go through, and things like that. Oh.
I'm here. Sorry, life happened.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
And I'm looking forward to like your tips on mastering. Give us a teaser. Give us a teaser about what we might hear a little bit of on October 16th.
Okay. So here I'm going to give you a teaser. So anybody heard of the amygdala?
Yeah, it's some part of your brain, isn't it?
It's this little tiny, it's about the size of an almond in your brain.
Okay.
Amygdala is the primary center that fear is associated with.
Oh.
This little walnut, not even a walnut, it's an almond. This almond-sized piece in your brain, it decides your level of fear. And here's the thing, though. It also decides, I don't know how that happened, but it also decides how you're going to manage your social communication based upon your interpretation of people's intentions in front of you. Are they intending to hurt me? Are they not intending to hurt me? Are they intending to be kind? Or are they not intending to be kind? So the amygdala, your fears that have been programmed in your unconscious brain, is constantly filtering your expectations and your social interactions in the world. And if your amygdala, which has ingrained fear in you, so let me give you an example of how the amygdala works. Okay? So when you're a kid and there's fire and you put your hand out towards it and you go, ow, right? How often do you need to do that before you don't ever do that again? Maybe once, maybe twice. Like, boom, it's done. That's the amygdala's job, to make you that efficient in response to things that will hurt you. Done. Do we ever think about that, oh my God, there's fire, I shouldn't put my hand in the fire? Oh, like, we don't have this conscious conversation about staying away from fire, but we do stay away from fire now, don't we? And we don't even think about it anymore. It is 100% in our unconscious. What happens if you all of a sudden piss off a parent, or you piss off an older brother or sister, and you have a moment of fear? Oh my God. And you say in your head in that moment, as an innocent, I'm never going to ever blank again. Like, I'm never sticking my hand in that fire ever again. You as an adult is no longer going, oh, this reminds me of my sister. This person who's talking is just like my sister talked when I was 4 years old. And then my sister did da da da, and that scared me. And so you don't think it consciously. It's completely unconscious, and you start doing things and you're thinking about who this person is and whether they're a good person or not, and whether they're safe or not, and whether they're kind or not. And you just have all these justifications in your mind about why that person must not be somebody that you're going to interact with.
Right.
And you're not seeing the person in front of you.
And this is so, I'm relating this so much to real estate right now, because, I've had to grow personally. I've had to, been forced to grow personally for me to be able to transact business in this real estate world and gain some momentum and gain some success, right? And it's about like the amygdala. Thank you very much for that education, because I knew it was part of my unconscious, right? My subconscious. It's about recognizing, is this fire or is this not? Right? Being able to step back and ask the question, am I really in danger, or is this an old pattern that I'm running that's stopping me from going forward in my business, right? Because we're talking about real estate. And I think that it's really interesting, because I know that as I grow, I get more in tune to what I respond and react to, right? And I also, model other people who are successful in the business and see what they respond and react to, and notice the gap. Notice the gap and go, oh, okay, well, maybe there's a different way I can handle this, and maybe there's, when you start doing bigger deals and there starts to be more zeros applied to them. I remember my first, bigger deal for me. I woke up in the middle of the night going, oh my gosh, like having a little panic, and having to get up and look at my spreadsheet to make sure the numbers were going to work again. Right.
Yes. I've been there, baby.
Right. And then just going, okay, it's going to work. Next step. Right. And that's what part of this is, and I think the mindset piece of it is, it helps people when you feel overwhelmed by the complexities of real estate, or, you're venturing out and doing something that you've never done before, and being in a mindset of being like, well, I'm a problem solver. Well, I've got I am statements of the yin yang, right? Yeah. So
that's okay, good.
I was going to say, so that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about what's in here, that little almond nut in your brain.
And we're going to be talking about actual 5 steps to be able to deal with that little almond nut in your brain. How do I, when I've been triggered and I'm not even necessarily conscious of it, and we can talk about how you get, about being conscious of it. What does it mean? But we're going to talk about 5 steps to be able to deal with that. What are 5 tricks to help you get yourself back to dealing with the amygdala being in the way between you and your success? Because that's really...
I love this. I love this because it's practical, because, I think people get stuck in a routine of doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome, right? I've done it. You've done it. Everybody's done it, right? We're doing the same thing and we're like, I don't understand why this isn't working. And then it's like, oh, there's something blocking, right? And I love the fact that you've broken it down into 5 steps. That's fabulous. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, here's the thing: is that how long do I have to talk? By the way,
we just have a few more minutes and we need to wrap up. But
no, I didn't mean today. I meant the meeting, because there's the 5 steps to breaking it down, and then there's the 5 habits of supporting it. Just saying, there's a bonus, right? So
I love it. All right, so not only 5 steps to recognizing it, but 5 steps to solving it. Okay, all right.
To stay on the right side, because again, I'll give you one final little example of the importance of this. How does it apply to real estate?
Yeah.
Right. So I got this text home, and it was something having to do with a $3 million flip I was working in. Now, I don't know about you, but 3 million is enough zeros. Then my mind's going, help! Right? I'm having that experience. Right? I'm looking at it and I'm like, crap. And I practically slammed the phone back down again and going, what am I going to do? And then I went, you know what? I'm going to do nothing with it right now, because I'm upset. I can feel in my thinking, I'm stressed around the zeros, what this means. And I went, you know what? I, or this other dude I'm working with, we're going to come up with a solution tomorrow morning. Like, I knew that if I stepped away, because I could feel the signature, I could feel the anxiety, I could feel the pain of the history of the amygdala, of the fear running through me.
Right.
And I knew I had no solution that I would create in that moment that would be clean. Any solution I created in that moment would be based in fear and deprivation and overwhelm. And that doesn't help me be successful. That actually does not create successful real estate investment decisions. What creates them is the next morning I woke up and I went, oh, there's the solution. Of course, right? When you're in the morning and you're waking up and your brain's half working on something in the middle of the night, and you go, isn't that perfectly elegant? There is the solution.
Right.
That is the signature of the brain working in freedom for a greater understanding and success inside of real estate is, there's the solution. That's why the mindset is so important. Bottom line.
I love it. I love the brain working in freedom, because that's what it is. You're no longer knee-jerk responding to something. you're free to creatively figure out what that next move is, which is kind of circling back around to what we talked about in the beginning. What's the next best move, right? How do I show up for this? So how do you, I'm talking about all this audience out there, show up so that you can improve your real estate gain. And from what I'm understanding, we not only get 5 transformative steps to identify, but 5 transformative steps to resolve. So a bonus 5, October 16th. 5 habits to resolve it. So click the link below and register. And I can't wait to hear everything you've got to say on this, because I'm always learning from you, Christina. It's always a pleasure. So come and join us on October 16th. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. I look forward to it.